Many European countries are moving toward reopening schools, even in the midst of COVID-19. The UK reported last weekend its largest rise in new infections since May, with nearly 1,800 persons testing positive for the virus. Amid fears of a spike in COVID-19 cases, schools in the UK have reopened. Correspondent Ilo David reports.
Failing to reopen schools is not an option, says the UK government. Education has been disrupted since March, and there's acute concern how a whole generation could be affected. It'll be back to basics for the first month.
Week 1 and 2, health and well-being and mental health. Week 3 we're going to focus on testing our children, assessing their where they are in numeracy, literacy, in the basic core subjects, and then in the 4th week we will start teaching. So it's going to take quite some time, and then bear in mind that in our classes the children are going to sit in one class all day.
Schools in Scotland and Northern Ireland opened last month. Teachers, more than children, became infected in one Scottish area. Classes in secondary schools will be separated as much as possible, and most UK schools will expect pupils to wear face coverings in public areas. Students older than 12 will be expected to wear masks. It could add to anxiety so many families and school staff may already feel.
There definitely is an impact in terms of the uncertainty and the worry that comes with that. But I think it is really important that children do go back to school because they need to be with their friends. They need to play. That social element, I think, is really important. And I think children are going to be going back to school with very different experiences.
Schools are being asked by government to teach an ambitious and broad curriculum as soon as possible in all subjects, but there'll have to be an emphasis on what pupils have missed over the last 5 months, and they'll have to focus on core skills, especially reading and mathematics. Naomi Ossei's children, Rianne and Aaron, have had some lessons during the lockdown, but in a predominantly African Caribbean school, there are fears around potential new infections and the impact on their development.
My children are quite young, 8 and 6, but there has never been this duration of their life that they have been, in effect, isolated from the community at large. And so I do wonder what type of impact it is having on them.
They'll return to school in the next few days. Across the UK, young and older students will be kept away from other age groups. That'll mean lessons in the same classroom throughout the day to try and reduce any possibility of new infections.